I know this is probably not going to be a very entertaining video. It's more of like a, hey look, we did it. So if you have any questions about this project, you can go ahead and ask me because I have experience. Well guys, we're finally here. I finally have access to the belt tensioner. There's this odd groove I got here. I think I'm gonna put a new belt on. This was quite a mission. All this stuff. Doesn't seem too much, but I gotta tell you, I am happy we made it this far. Oh my goodness. This car is hard mode to work on. Now I just gotta figure out the tensioner, take the belt off, and then we're ready to pull the cams off. Okay. Well, we're finally there. First cam is out. You undo these, and then you gotta slowly kind of pry the little couplers that are on there, pry them off, and take them out. So at this point, I gotta wait for parts and whatnot. I'm gonna kind of organize my little lifters a little more. It's so interesting. Never been this deep in an engine this modern, so this is really cool. Here's all of the parts labeled and organized. There's the #1 cam gear and sprocket. Alright you guys, I got something super cool here. I made a special tool to take the valve keepers out. So I made this hook from a really long bolt that I found laying around, and then I found this like piece of metal. I'm not sure what the heck it's from, but then I found this little piece that I stuck there, and I put this nut on it and a nut on the other side, so it's adjustable slightly up to here, and it does pivot. You guys, I'm trying to do this in one hand here. See, it does pivot a little bit, and then on this side there's a slotted groove here. So I made this piece of wood. Okay. So this sits in here, just like that, as you can see. And then I made this. And this is what is gonna go, this is what's gonna go on the valve itself. Okay. And then this sits in here just like that. And it works amazingly. I will show you guys in the next scene when I'm actually taking this apart and getting the valve keepers out. As you can see, guys, we finally got to the valve keepers themselves. And I got the fuel rail here, which is what the hook is going to get on there, which is going to give me some extra leverage to be able to push and take the valve keepers out. Alrighty. I'm waiting for the valve seals and parts to come in the mail, and then when all that comes in, we're going to go ahead and do that. And we'll see how good this tool works. Alright. Okay, so we have our air pressure, and I'm putting about 60 psi into the cylinder. Got both the cams off, and I got my tool set up, so I decided, I'm just gonna get the camera and record this and see what happens here. Stick this in here. Got that on there. Now, I depress this. Got one. Grab it. Man, that wears out your arm, I tell you what. Alright, ready?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. I compressed it. And I could take this spring out. I'm just going to set it right here. Now, here. I'll grab this. Right. Now we're gonna grab these keepers out of here. I don't want to break them loose. Pull it right off. There we go. All that work for this little thingy. It does look very worn out. There's no lip. There's like. See how there's like a piece of rubber? Look at that. It's like shit.
Oh yeah, it's torn. It's like torn inside.
Alright, so now I have our new one here.
Comparison?
It's a Vitten. New one compared to the old one. This one looks hella worn out.
Busted.
Now, you take this, kind of put it on there. Be careful. It's got 11 millimeter this time, and you take it. And kind of tap it on there.
Very good.
I'm pretty sure you can tell when it's actually bottomed out. And you can see there's the old one, it's the new one. It's kind of hard to see. Anyway, now we're going to go ahead and do the rest of them. Okay, so I made a little modification to the tool. Put a handle on it, so I should be able to get leverage now. Should make it a lot easier. So we'll test this out, see if it works even better. Alright, we got the one side done. So I have the cams off on this side, and have the wrench in there to take the spark plug out so I can put the pressurizing tool in. And then we're gonna go ahead and see if we can figure out a method of taking these ones out on the back bank. All I know is it's gonna be quite a puzzler, but we'll get through it. Okay. So in order to go on, we're gonna take the hood off. We did one on, it was extremely difficult, so we did one. But we're gonna take the hood off, then we're gonna take this off, and then one on that side too. And we're gonna move the throttle body further out of the way, so I gotta disconnect some more stuff. And then the new plan is, with that stuff out of the way, I'm probably gonna have to unhook the EGR valve baloney right there too, and then I'll be able to kind of sit up on the windshield area there, and hopefully then I'll have room and the leverage to do this side. Got the hood off with The help of the amazing assistant, Abigail.
Hello.
We're going to undo these vacuum lines, and then there's 2 lines down here that attach to the throttle body, and I should be able to move the throttle body out of the way in the corner here somewhere. And then I'm probably gonna have to take the EGR valve off. There's a pretty rusty nut down there holding on this pipe that the EGR valve is on. We'll get to that, and then I gotta take these brackets off. But first I want to move this out of the way. This is the custom tool. I ended up, keeping this so it doesn't move. This is like adjustable leverage. Mainly use this one.
Order online.
Yeah.
One and only.
DIY as fuck. This makes it look easy, I bet. Like you look on the camera, it looks easy as fuck, but there we are. That's all of them. Now we gotta go ahead and put the cams back on. And I'm waiting for a couple tools to be able to actually put everything back together. Yeah. Was it fun?
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Okay, so we got the cams back on. I kind of see the ones in the back. They line up. So you can put the bearing caps on and everything. But these ones, they don't quite line up. As you can see, this one's way up here and this one's way up here. So once I get my special gear chocks in the mail, I'll actually be able to turn these are 17mm. You turn them and you line them up, turn both of them at the same time, sort of line them up, and then put your chocks in. That way you can put the belt on and get the timing right. These were about 8 foot-pounds of torque, and these are 14, these bigger ones that are on the outside. So yeah, got this cover on. I got some special, inside the covers are pretty gnarly. I'm not really gonna worry about it though. So yeah, got new seals. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this one on now. And that's about it. I then just have to put all the other shit on that has nothing to do with the belt, because I gotta wait for those chocks and a special tool that you put on the bearing here so I can actually torque it or tension it properly. So I'm just gonna go ahead and keep putting stuff back together as far as I can. I got the covers on, got the spark plugs on, got these fuel injectors hooked up, got the throttle body back up on here, and that's about all I can put on without the tools that I bought. Alright, we got all the belts on here and everything's on. Got a lot less parts on the bench now. So now we gotta do is put this motor mount on, and then put the intake on, and then that's literally it. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and then we're gonna put everything else together and see if she'll start. Alright, everything's pretty much buttoned up. All I gotta do now, you see all the tools that are left laying around here. But here's the old tools. All I gotta do is put the wheel on and we're ready to go take it for a spin.
Are you ready?
It's early morning out here, and we took the car to the smog shop, and the guy said he could hear a misfire, and sure enough, I'm gonna pull the spark plugs out. I have them in there loose because I got some brand new iridium spark plugs, so these are gonna go cool. But one of them's all burnt and crap, so I'm gonna go ahead and change out the spark plugs and see if that makes a difference. This guy, he's all wet and looks like he hasn't been firing compared to a different one here. The white indicates that it has been firing. Out of all of these, you can see how this is white, 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 and this guy is a little burnt. See how it's a darker color, and then this one's white. And this is the one that hasn't been firing, as you can see. So the spark plug is probably bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and put all these new plugs in. These iridiums are about $7.99 each. About 47 something for iridium plugs. This would last a really long time. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put these in, and then we're gonna button up the intake and everything again, and see what happens. Alright, we got it all back together. What it sounds like. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
It's not putty.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go ahead and see if we can get this thing smogged. So it's been a couple weeks since the last scene. I did get the car smogged and registered, so I now have a viable vehicle to drive around. All the work paid off and the thing works. The squeak that you guys heard in the previous scene, I got rid of that using a little bit of silicone grease on the belt, and it went away. So I've been driving it again, like I said, for about 2.5 weeks since the last scene, and there's something funky going on the front end. I did get the front end aligned, however, once you get up to about 70 miles an hour, there's like a shaking so I'm pretty sure the axles are probably worn out. So also the tint is very worn out too. I'm gonna go ahead and get that replaced soon. I actually have an appointment for about 2 days from now to get that done. And yeah, I'm looking forward to bringing some more content about this vehicle, and hopefully soon we're gonna also start on that Talon and see if we can get that thing going too. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like what you see, go ahead and stick around if you want. You know what to do. Alright, you guys have a good time. Later.